Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. So in this video I'm gonna try and keep it short and address a problem for the CPU temperature, but maybe for the overall temperature of our system, but obviously mainly about the CPU temperature that it has been bothering me. And obviously we are talking about the air filters that the cases have, and we know that nowadays the cases, most of the cases, if not all of them, they have one or two minimum air filters that they apply to the case, obviously to minimize the building of the dust within the system. But obviously, as we have already seen many times until now, it is proven that these air filters, although they help with obviously with the dust buildup, but unfortunately they restrict very much the airflow within the case. Depending on the case, obviously, and the air filters that they use, this might differ a little bit. But anyway, I decided to give it a test and show you guys practically how much you can lower your CPU temperature by just removing the air dust filters that your case may have. Mine, as you see, has a liquid cooling. It is a 240 IO, and it has a 360 millimeter air filter in the front and a 240 millimeter air filter in the top. As you see, I have run Cinebench for almost 40 minutes now, and obviously well, with Cinebench I have also run together the Unigine benchmark to stress the GPU also, so I could increase, let's say, a little bit artificially the temperature within the case, so we could see the worst case scenario. And obviously, as you see, after more than 40 minutes now, the temperature has settled to 79.1 C, which is not bad, but it's not very good either. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the top filter, and from here we're going to take directly the temperatures of the CPU. Just keep an eye on that. By just removing that 2 seconds ago, we are from 79.1, we are now in the mid 78 C, as you see. But obviously, as it keeps on going and the air begins flowing a little bit faster through the radiator now, because obviously we removed the air filter, and obviously the top air filter, for me, it's something that you don't need. I don't know the purpose of the top air filter. I can understand the front air filter, because on the front obviously we pull in air, but on the top we pull out air. But anyway, it is there, so I'm pretty sure that most of you are gonna leave the case as it is. So if it's your case also, just look at the temperatures. We are now, as you will see in a bit, at already 76 C. We will go here, and yeah, but obviously now I'm going to remove also the front air filter, which it does not change too much for me, because obviously it depends from the case. Obviously we already removed the top filter, and we will run the test for obviously 40 more minutes to stabilize the temperature within the system, and from there we will pick up and see what the difference in temperature is going to be. Okay then, so my setup, as I already told you, 2 fans pushing out air from the system through the radiator, and 2 fans on the front pulling in fresh air to the system. So this is my basic system. So now let's remove the filters, run the test again, and see where it takes us. And yeah, here is the front filter, as you see, 360, but I have only 2 fans. So yeah, now I'm gonna close everything up like normally, and we'll run the test. Okay, here is everything back up together without the 2 filters, and obviously Unigine running, and obviously R23 running, and we'll see what happens after more than 40 minutes. Alrighty then, so we are after more than 40 minutes now running the test, R23 and obviously Unigine. and the temperatures are looking pretty good, topping up at max 73.8 from 79.1, and obviously stabilizing at 73.1. Unigine is running, but when you click somewhere it minimizes, so obviously it was running, and yeah, it looks pretty good to me. As you see, over 45 minutes now running. And now we can make the conclusion about these results that we saw until now. Alrighty then, it is conclusion time. So if we make it up to a graph, so it will be a little bit easier for you guys to understand. We can clearly see now that with the air filters on in my system, the temperature is of the CPU obviously is stabilized at around 78.9 with a max temperature at 79.1, and obviously with the air filters off, the temperature is stabilized at 73.5 with a max temperature at 73.8, which in my book is really good. And I run my system with the filters off and obviously with the side panel off because I don't have too much dust built in my area. But anyway, I guess that by removing the filters, if you're going to clean, for example, your system like twice a year without the air filters, you're going to clean it one more time within a year. So it's not a big deal because in my case I'm shaving almost, not quite, but almost 10% CPU temperature, and it's a pretty good result in my book. Obviously every case, every configuration is going to be different. You might gain like 5%, 3%, but you might gain even 15%, who knows. You need to try it to see if it helps for you. I mean, removing an air filter, it's like a 2-second job, so it's not going to be a big deal. And in my opinion, it's really worth it. Also, you have to keep in mind that I'm running these tests in a room temperature of less than 15 degrees C, which is pretty cold here right now. It's winter. I don't have air conditioning, so these results are pretty good right now. It's not a big problem if it reaches 80 C, but obviously during the summer the temperature are easily gonna go above 80 C, which in my book, saving that almost 10%, it's going to be a really nice nice addition to the PC and obviously to the CPU temperature. So yeah, go ahead, give it a try guys, see if it helps, and then you can decide if you want to run it like I do or if you want to keep it like it is, because obviously you don't care. But there you have, this is my experience. I decided to share it with you. Obviously I'm not the one that I had to show you guys this. It is proven time over and over again by other YouTubers, but I just wanted to try it myself and share with you guys my experience. So yeah, there you have it. Thank you very much for sticking around guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also turn on notifications so I never miss one of my new videos. You can leave a comment on the comment section with suggestion what you want to see next, what you want me to try with my system, so you guys can have an idea, and yeah, we can make this like some kind of interaction with each other. Alrighty then, that is going to be it. Thanks again for being here, and as always I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.